Hi friends, good morning. Welcome to the Nova Scotia. Well, welcome. If you're not from Nova Scotia, welcome to Nova Scotia. I am Natasha, an intuitive empath with psychic ability that created this sacred space called the Cozy Cushion. We're going into week 2 of our 30-day YouTube video challenge. I didn't collect my words yet. Perhaps it's because it's in the morning and you've just joined me in time to make my coffee. So this is my favorite mug, my bear mug. I have decaffeinated coffee in here. So before we get started, let's take a relaxing moment to make a tea or coffee or a drink of water with some lemon. So you go ahead and do that with me. So I just like to add half a sugar to my coffee. And this week I made corn chowder, so I had gotten some blend cream. So I'm just going to continue to use that in my coffee. Usually I just have regular milk, but today it's going to get a little creamier. So this morning on my little homestead, I have a tiny farm. So as some of you know, I have chickens and I have eggs. So in the morning, after I collect my eggs, which I've already done this morning, I came back inside, and as some of you know, I joined a new exercise yoga breathwork program called Hacking Your Happiness. So this morning was our group meeting that we do on Thursdays, and we sit down, we have coffee and breath work. This morning we focused on our heart center. So that's how I started my day. Simple, joyful, and conscious. So I get up this morning, I went out, collected my eggs, I did my routine of feeding my guinea pigs, my fish, my duck, my dogs, my cat, and myself. So this morning I had a banana, I had a box of fresh raspberries, and a chocolate chip cookie. Because life's too short to not have the cookies, and I made chocolate chip cookies yesterday, and they are so good. So this morning we're just going to have a quick chat while I wash the eggs. I find washing the eggs a simple joy, and that's what week 2 is all about. Week 2 is all about a cozy lifestyle, which I'm creating here in my own life in real time, as well as in the Cozy Cushion, as well as simple joys, like I said. So for me, one of the simple joys that I have is being in my pajamas. So I just am fresh out of the shower, and I put my freshest, nicest pair of pajamas back on because it's going to be a cozy day. I've got a Zoom chat in a little while with my full-time purpose coaching team. I'm very excited about that. And before I do that, I'm going to wash some eggs and talk about cozy lifestyle and being gentle on yourself and self-care and creating space in your life to process information and experiences. Sometimes we get so busy that we forget to do that, and it's so important for our central nervous system. When we don't move through experiences and we don't process them, it could be just a little tiny thing from a disagreement, or it could be a very big thing, like a breakup of an important relationship. We need to create space between ourselves and that pain, and then we need to sit with ourselves and process the pain. not stew on it, not sit on it, not be angry about it, but process it. What does this mean for you? How are you? Because a cozy Christian is all about self-resilience, self-responsibility, self-reliance, self-love, self-care. We're all about taking the responsibility for our own happiness and what's going on in our life and our emotions, and doing the best we can with it all. So many of us are so busy either trying to figure it out or survive that we forget about ourselves. So I just want to bring you back to the simple joys in life and maybe start to enjoy those things a little more. I'm reading a book right here. It's Build the Life You Want by author C. Brooks and Oprah Winfrey. And this week's chapter in the book, it just happens to be, I think, challenge 5 in the book, is it talks about the digital era. So even though I'm doing a digital video reaching out to you as my community right now, we have very few authentic, real-time relationships anymore. And I just want to remind you that there's people out there waiting to connect with you and reconnect with you. We've broken our bond. We've become so busy in the abundance, honestly, of life, the opportunities, and the stuff that we've kind of have forgotten about each other a little bit. So I just wanted to remind you with gratitude that if you've been alone or you've been feeling lonely or you're down on yourself and you're stuck, get out. Don't sit home and wish somebody would come see you. Please don't do that. Don't put that responsibility on somebody else. And this may seem like a harsh statement, but nobody's coming to save us, no matter what we're stuck in. It's nobody else's responsibility to come to our aid and rescue. This is why it's so important to be the first responder of our own life, whatever that is, and to become confident and secure in our life in our own ways. And we're all different beings, so there's so many ways to do that, and everybody's so different. So for me, one of the most grateful things that I have in my life is my eggs, because it keeps me getting outside. I have to care for somebody other than myself and my family, so I care for my chickens. But they also give me these amazing gifts. These are the eggs from last night and today. So as you can see, they gave me quite an abundance. So we're going to start washing them because I find it so beautiful how they line up here on the mat, and their colors are just so pretty. This is a lantern here. I don't know if you can see it. This is just a lantern from my mom's house. My mom had passed away. It is lit. It's just hard to see. And when I miss her, I get her lantern and I just light it. It just reminds me of her presence, and it kind of makes me feel closer to her. So that's another simple joy and simple thing that we can do in times when we just need that little extra bit of security that's so hard to find in today's world. You know, everybody's just trying to do their best. We're trying to make things better for ourselves. And when we take self-initiative and self-responsibility and we look back at the gratitude and the moments that we can get together and have real talk with each other, is just so healing for everybody. And honestly, you know, I've heard people say recently, well, we'll just use love as an example. People that are looking for love, They're like, there's nobody out there. All the good men are taken. And I'm just thinking of our population. Our population right now, even here in Nova Scotia, we're not huge, but I assure you, there are lots and lots and lots of people of every single age looking for a friend, somebody to walk with, somebody to go for tea or coffee with. My new favorite thing that I really enjoy, I've always enjoyed this, is thrift shopping. So I have a good friend that volunteered with me at the place that I work, at the theater, which is one of my favorite places, and we've gone out and gone thrift shopping together, and it healed a hole in my heart because my mom was a shopper, and I was really craving friendship because I found over COVID and even before the pandemic, just because of age and children and demographics, I didn't have close friendship like I used to have. My house used to be full of people. We were always doing things, whether we were playing Nintendo games, playing basketball outside, maybe having a little house party. There was always people in, and I went to solitude, and I didn't have close friendships. And one of my goals was to get back out there to do something. So that led me to volunteering, which is another thing that I highly, highly recommend to anybody that may have a broken heart, that may be missing their loved ones. There's so many people that have lost a loved one, and they find it hard to be home and hard to kind of find their place again in the world without the other person. I highly recommend volunteering with something meaningful to you, like the SPCA or the theater or whatever it is you're missing. I missed people. So I volunteered at the theater, I fell in love, and now we're going under renovation, so I'm waiting to get back at it in November. I've got to wait till November, but we have a Christmas show lined up, and I already know it's going to be absolutely amazing, and I can't wait. So volunteering is something that I'm so grateful for. And when this friend and I went out thrift shopping after volunteering, we have so many things in common, and we really nurtured that in each other, and it really filled a void in my life, but it also filled my heart with simple joys, and it made me very, very grateful that I could just go out and enjoy a day doing something with somebody. So maybe stop being so fussy. People, I find, set very high expectations of when they're looking for anything new, whether it's a new coffee pot, a new friend, a new significant other. They're like, I want this person to love dogs, and they've got to love animals, and they've got to stay out of my personal space, and they have this list of things they don't like and don't want. And friends, that doesn't draw people into us. We need to be open to receiving love and friendship and be willing to give it without any expectations or judgments. So when we do that, it is so fun, and it's easy. It just brings this sense of love, peace, and ease to our lives. We don't have to overcomplicate things. We don't have to go out and buy extravagant gifts or anything to show appreciation. We just have to be present in the moments that we have available to us. So in week 2 of the Cozy Cushion Challenge, we're going to really focus on the simple joys and what we can do in life. We're not going to focus on the problems. We're not going to focus on the worries. We're not going to focus about everything that went wrong in our lives since our birth. we're going to focus on where we are today, what's important today, and how we can make today better in every way. So every day, in every way, things are getting better and better. Every day, in every way, things are getting better and better. So thank you so much. I'm going to cut this video short today and say goodbye for now. I'm going to see you later on in day 8, I believe we're on. So this is day 7 or 8. I'm a little confused. I didn't even look at the notes. But I'm going to see you later. I have another video that I'm going to pop on, and it's not hard to tell I fell in love this holiday season with the buffalo plaid print. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you continue to watch my videos and enjoy the few challenges that I'm presenting to you to live our best lives. And it's not going to happen by itself. We have to get out there with consistent, imperfect action and just do the things, those daydreams that are in our minds and our hearts. We need to step into it physically and create it. And when we do that in little tiny steps, day after day after day, everything just gets easier and better. And it's a good time to simplify. I have a double jointed thumb too, by the way, just so you know. And live in a state of gratitude. So my challenge to you today, as I leave this video, is find 3 things that you're grateful for in your heart today. And one of those things has to do with you. So for me, I absolutely love my hair and my eyebrows. I got blessed with those, thanks to my dad. You take care. I'm going to see you soon. Please leave me comments. Maybe you had a little spark of interest, or maybe I said something that made a difference for you today. I would like to hear about it. So leave your comments below, share if you would like, and tune in later for the next video. And remember, you are loved by